Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth, and today is Vlogmas Day 4, December 4th, 2019. Excuse my lighting. Anybody know of a good, relatively inexpensive light for YouTube videos that I could buy on Amazon? I looked at some and they were so expensive, but when it's nighttime out and I try to light a video, I'm like, yeah. Also, no makeup. It's 6 o'clock, so why would I have makeup on and not be in my pajamas? So you know what I want to talk about tonight? And I just thought about this as I was coming home from the gym, which I went to today, was let's talk about some favorites. And I didn't spend a lot of time thinking of this as I was getting stuff together. I just grabbed things from around the house, and there are things that I want to talk about that don't have items that represent them, but let's talk about some favorites. So first of all, champagne. Champagne. Cheap champagne. I like expensive champagne if somebody else is buying it. If I'm buying it, I'm perfectly happy with cheap champagne. I love it. I have not had an issue with carbonation. And honestly, that was one of the things after weight loss surgery I was really worried about. Not with champagne so much, but with club soda, because that was sort of my drink of choice. But after the first few months, I have not had a problem with carbonation. I also love wine glasses like this. Very delicate, fragile wine glasses. As you guys know, I sort of have a thing about glasses and cups. So here's another thing I love. This is my, what should we call it? The best is yet to come. Can you see that with my bright lighting? Best is yet to come cup that Tanya, that I got from Tanya. She made this. I also have one that's not in here that Jennifer Mahoney made. And if the things that I'm talking about are things you can buy or need a website for or whatever, I'll stick it in the description box. I do not profit from any of those things, but just to tell you if you want them. So I'm sure Tanya and Jennifer are both really backed up now because of Christmas. I remember I tried this time last year to order some things and yeah, couldn't. But this is my very favorite one. I actually have three. I have this one, the best is yet to come. And then I have some like stemless wine glasses that are like this that say bless and release baby on them. And I got those for several of my friends. And then the one that Jennifer Mahoney made came from my friend Amy for Christmas last year. And it says, good morning, sunshine. And doesn't say bless. It might say bless and release on it too. Because that's kind of a joke among my friends is they get pissed off about something. And I'm like, bless and release it. Let it go. On the other side of cups, I showed you my creepy coffee mug yesterday in the Vlogmas video, but I want to talk about some other coffee mugs. So you guys know I have a collection, and here's one that represents not just a mug, but something else that is my favorite, which is friendships that have come from the weight loss surgery community. And this one is particularly special to me because it came from, Kay Ray. I think she may have changed her. And I've been on Instagram lately, but haven't seen it, from Karyn, who lives, I'm not sure if I think she may live in Maine, not in New Hampshire. But when I was there a couple of years ago for sort of an extended period of time while a friend was in the hospital, I just posted that I was there both. Why are Instagram names just gleamed into my mind? So Karyn and Kelly. Kelly is Kicking It With Kindness on Instagram. Kicking it. I so suck at Instagram names. But both of those women were people I did not know. If they had commented on my videos, I wasn't totally aware of it. They both came to see me when I was in the hospital. Karyn was like pretty immediately. I mean, I don't think she was very far post-op at all. You should check. I'll look up the names and get it right and put it down below, but you should follow her on Instagram. She's done an incredible job, and she brought me this cup while I was there. Many of you sent me cups when I was there in the hospital and at other times, and I love them. They are my favorite. I still got a cup. I can't remember. I'm going to have to pull it out. I got a cup from somebody, not this year, but last year for Christmas that nobody even said who it was from. But it was personalized for me because it was like Finding Elizabeth and something else that was like about me. So love my cups, love my weight loss surgery people. And there's no water in here. I was going to drink this, but there's no water. Other favorite things. Okay, this thing. You may ask, what is this? No. So what this is, Patty, my friend Patty told me about this. It's a hairdryer. It is so incredible. I literally went to the gym, hopped in the shower when I got home, washed my hair. All I did was dry it with this. And I mean, I desperately need a haircut, but looks pretty good. 10 minutes with this. I don't know how much it costs regularly. Patty had told me about it. And then I saw it was a lightning Amazon deal while I was in Bogota. So I got it for like 25 bucks. Super cool. Here's another thing, holiday season wise, that I love. Ornaments. So last year, I started a new tradition. Maybe I talked about this in yesterday's video where we make ornaments. So this is one that my friend Lisa made last year. It's Dale Cooper. So I just got ornaments from Hobby Lobby and we painted them and decorated them. I probably have like 6 from last year. I got stuff to do that again in Ojai, which is where we're going for Airbnb. Sad face, no positive update on my niece coming to the U.S., but before I knew she might not be coming, one of the things I got was several of these so we could make handprint ornaments of hers. And then I just go to Hobby Lobby and buy some stuff. So I'll get some more of those before we go to Ojai to paint. I ordered some from Amazon, some bells. They're on my bookcase. Speaking of Hobby Lobby, you know what else I love? Hobby Lobby. I had never been to Hobby Lobby before Gracie. No one stopping me but me. She lived with me for a short period a couple years ago, and she introduced me to Hobby Lobby, and then I sort of fell in love. So I'm not going to turn everything around, but my room basically looks like Hobby Lobby threw up in it. But I love these. These are just, let's see, can I show you without ruin? So you see they have a thing up there, and it's, whoa, lighting problems again. Okay. And it's affixed to the, I shouldn't have done that. Now I can't see. It's affixed to the wall. I love it. I do, I work from home. I do a lot of video conference calls, and I usually do it from here. And everybody's always like, oh, I love your background. Yeah, it's Hobby Lobby. It threw up in my bedroom. Okay, here's another thing that I love. Oh, let me show you this too. I love this little backpack that I got in Medellin when I was in Colombia. It was $10. $10. So I love it because it's cute, it's functional, and $10. Another thing I love are notebooks. I have been addicted to notebooks like forever. I cannot, it's very hard for me to see a cute notebook and not buy it. Here are some of my notebooks. Isn't that cute? Here's a cute one. Here's one, Frida Kahlo. I got this was from that spiritual AF retreat. She had this and I took it. Here's one that I made back when I was journaling more than I am now. I'm writing pages every day. I love notebooks. Here's another thing I love. I wasn't even thinking about this, but it happened to be laying on my bed. The Sun magazine. This is an incredible magazine of creative nonfiction and other things. It's there are no advertisers. It's a really awesome magazine. What else? Okay, I think those are all the physical things. Well, there's some slippers over there, but I don't want to get up. There's some slippers that I got in my, does anybody do FabFitFun boxes? I love them. And there's some slippers that I got in there that are super cool. Now let's talk about the more esoterical things that I don't have pictures of. So I love Colombia. So I did not start traveling out of the U.S. until I was, till after I had weight loss surgery. So I was 49, I think, the first time was I 49 or 40? Yeah, I think I was 49. The first time I flew out of the United States. And most of the places I've gone have been like short trips. Bogota, this was my 3rd trip there. And I didn't just stay in Bogota. We also went to Medellin and to Guatapé. I'm not pronouncing this right. If anybody wants to, like Foodie Turn Sleevey, or anybody else wants to practice Spanish with me, I'm really committed to learning before I go back, which will probably be at the end of May. But, it's so interesting. I remember when my brother first moved there, there are all the things there, people would make, oh, but isn't it dangerous there? Da, da. I have never felt afraid or uncomfortable there. But as I've gotten to know it more and know the people, it's really, sort of frustrating, this impression that people have about Bogota. And I had not watched Narcos. I came back from Bogota this time to watch it because I feel like that's where a lot of people get their impressions of it. And it's like, that's a period of time. And there is crazy stuff that's happened here too. But the people there are so wonderful. The country is so beautiful. One of the things that I think really typifies the people in Bogota, this wasn't in Bogota, this was in Guatapé. So Guatapé is a resort town in the mountains outside of Medellin. And it's where, this is what made me start watching Narcos, actually, because now I want to see this, is there's a man-made lake that's at the center of like this resort area. And Pablo Escobar's vacation home was there. And we went on a boat. We went out on a boat, and one of the things we saw was his firebombed vacation home and also his butler's house. And so I just became more curious about it after seeing it and hearing the story from the person who was driving our boat about how, for years they were there, but they didn't know it was Pablo Escobar's, et cetera, et cetera. So I've been watching that stuff. But I called myself Typhoid Mary on this trip because I went when I was super, 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 super sick. And I gave it to a lot of people, not the baby, thank goodness, but one of the people I gave my cold to was my niece's godmother. And we had gone out she was still feeling a little under the weather, and we had gone out to dinner in Guatapé our first night, and she wanted hot tea, and we were at this restaurant. And she's like, do you have hot tea? And they're like, no, we don't have hot tea. But hold on, let me go find you some. And so the waiter went to another place. And this is like it's a little village. Went to another place to find a restaurant that would get tea and brought it back and had tea for her. I just thought that was such a lovely example. And then there was the driver who I threw up in the back of the van for motion sickness about 1,000 feet from our hotel. And he was kind enough to give me a ride on the way back. Anyway, whatever. I digress. I'm not re-recording this. So what are other things that are my favorites? Can I just say that the friendships I have in my life now, the relationships with my family that I feel like are developing and growing, are my absolute favorite things. So anyway, those are my favorites. What are yours? This is probably really long. I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. But tell me about some of your favorite things. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.